Morning. Good morning to you guys. How you all doing? Well, working, good, paying for money. Well, the Senate working. There's some around in the House of Representatives. It's difficult, but we're able to navigate, get some of the country work done. Budget passed, passed, focusing a little bit more on the constitutional side, active in that.
The major issues to talk about.
I had, well, there are several county meetings, town hall meetings that I've organized. I've not been able to go to some of them. And one with Emmanuel death, we had two scheduled, we had to reschedule that. Sunday we had an emergency, so we had to reschedule that. So we look forward to having those town hall meetings just to brief our people what legislation we pass, um, and brief them on our oversight and what we're doing in the county, some of the projects that we're carrying out and programs that we're carrying out for the benefit of the people of Bassa.
The people of Bassa failure to have the town hall meeting. The people of Bassa are demanding, an apology from you for the fact that you called them and unfortunately you did not hold a meeting.
Well, I will take this opportunity to apologize to them. I did send a message, but it's some emergencies when they come up, you have to attend it, and so we want to apologize to them. People of 3C, people of Gbehzohngar, even 3B, District 1, and Buchanan City. So we'll reschedule those meetings and we'll be back to them and we'll extend our apology.
Is there a specific date for the reach?
The end of the month, I know the first Saturday in this month, the last Saturday in this month, we'll be rescheduling some of those meetings, or the last weekend. So we hope to get to a new negotiation. There are a lot of people who have expressed interest. The tailings is not something you just pick up. There has been a study that shows that to lift the tailings, you need to spend minimum between 60 to 65 million dollars to beneficiate it. So it's not something that everybody thinking that you're just going to go and lift it. On the tailings, the price of iron ore $117. I think it's around $103. It could drop, it could go up. It's a commodity, so the prices are not stable. So where we are now is that the caucus have met, and we've been briefed by the Minister of Lands, Mines, and Energy of the activities surrounding the tailings, what the ministry.
That's part of the initial 400,000 deposit. Yeah, well,
No, there's no company. I don't think he said company had deposit. Basically, they were negotiating for this company to deposit some money, not that they have. The information is not correct. Um, um, this is an executive function. So the superintendent had every right to hold consultation on executive issue. We've been briefed by the Minister of Lands, Mines and Energy on what is unfolding. The caucus, we met in my office, and the Minister of Lands and Mines were there. And so we've been briefed on that. Ongoing. Do whatever you want to do. But you can't come to us and say you want to negotiate with us to lift the angle unless you get the license. So it all depends on the license. But we have guidelines of what we would like to see in the contract. There are communities that are affected. How those communities that are affected going to be taken care of. It has not reached the caucus yet for finalization. So whatever the superintendent is saying, he's doing his consultation. He's in the executive. So it's an executive function.
I'm a bit concerned.
Money. And that money is supposed to start operations, at least movement in 6 months. The other thing we need to make clear, you see, this is part of the problem that we have not been making clear, is that to lift the tailings, before you can put 1 gram of tailings on a vessel, I say gram, I say kilo, which is smaller than a kilo. You need to do that. It will take 2 years. So you got to dig it, you got to beneficiate it, you got to have enough tailings on the ground for export. So my understanding is it's going to take 2 years. So in 2 years, we have to be able to take care of some of the institutions in the county. We got the old folks there, we got the handicapped, we got the media institutions, we got the business institutions. So there are a lot of things that we take into consideration around this tailing. You know, it's something that it's a good bit of money. It's a good bit of money, and so the county has to be serious. We got roads to fix. There's no reason why we can't pave some of the roads in the city of Buchanan and pave some of the roads outside of the city of Buchanan if we do the right thing and lift the tailings.
Yes, Senator, just to bring you to speed a bit. Now, people concern has been about the caucus not agreeing to work together in ensuring that a company take this, and also there have been the speculation about bribery coming from the Steelford company that led to the signing of the previous document and now coming back to say that they don't have document. How could you speak to this?
Look, the issue of the caucus not working together is not true. I can show you citations that have gone out for caucus members to come to meeting with the Minister of Mines. Those who come and we got a quorum, we work. If you can't make it, that's your problem. It cannot be the caucus problem. So we set the date, we set the time for the meeting, and we set the schedule, the agenda. So nobody should say the caucus not working. And the majority of the members of the caucus will agree on a way forward, and we execute it. It's a caucus. It's not an individual organization. It's not a group of people just coming, 2-3 persons coming together. We have agreed to be a caucus. As you know, the caucus is not by law. It's not by law. So anybody can decide not to be. But the caucus have decided that we work together. The issue of bribery. We're talking $400 million investment. Somebody get up and say $100,000. They must be thinking we like them. I mean, come on.
Is that
you will give Gbehzohngar, Findley, the Bassa legislative caucus 7 members $100,000 to sign on. Look, let's get serious. And this is the problem with our county. You got people who don't want to go to school, who get up and just make remarks. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to anybody. I would give you $400 million and you give me $100,000 back. Even if I wanted to do it, it would be $100,000. Let's talk serious talk. This is not a joke. We're fighting to get this tailing lifted. You have a contract. I can even give you that memorandum of understanding that was signed before for $5 million for Bassa. We're talking 30 to $40 million, depending on the commodity. It could be even more, depending on the price. And when they signed that memorandum of understanding, go check the price of iron ore. It was more than $150 a ton. And these are the same people who coming back to say, oh, they bribed. No.
How
I think it's unfair to us.
how did the company steal for, remit the money to the county's account when the documents were not reviewed?
No, the document. Steve Ford holds a license. Steve Ford has a license. And so, yes, we could work with Steve Ford, but they have a license. It's not like the other people who are talking now, they don't have a license. There are 4 licenses for the tailings. Steve Ford holds 1. There are 3 that Notre Dame, I think, had, that the county entered an agreement with and notified. I think that matter went to court. It went to the Supreme Court. Lands and Mines took action by nullifying the license. Now our understanding is that they're about to issue new licenses. And then I understand now they're going back to court. I got that information yesterday. So we don't know where that is, but the negotiation will continue. And when the legal matters, the court matters are resolved, we'll proceed.
As I stand, where is the tailing now, and what assurance can you give the Bassa people that the iron ore tailing will pick up very soon?
Well, look, we are working extremely hard for us to lift these things. I can assure them that once all the legal matters are taken off the table and resolved, the tailings will be awarded to somebody, license will be awarded to somebody, and the people of Bassa will benefit. That I can assure you. It is not personal interest, it is the county's interest. We've come to you and we've said to you openly that the tailings has been there for years. There have been negotiations in the past, and they knew the worth of the tailings, but they were only giving the county $5 million. They knew the worth of the tailings. It's not. I'm not creating a new study. This is the study that was done during Ellen Salif's time, and it was the same study that he used, and was the same base he used to come to you and tell you it was $5 million. It's the same study. There's nothing different. We have looked at that study and we're saying, look, if you want to lift the tailings, fine. It will cost you $63 million. That's your problem, but give us roughly 10% of it because you have your operational cost. I can't say how much it will cost for operations, but I do know to build a facility has been estimated at $63 million.
Okay, and finally from my end, where do we stand now with the electricity issue in Buchanan?
Well, the contract is out. The companies that are supposed to install the poles, put the poles in and the transmission line are working. We were hoping that by the end of, I think I said the end of July, August, we'll have those things in place. So we've got to find out how fast they can work if they'll be able to make it through the rainy season.
Okay. Are there other issues you think you want to talk a bit about that we have not really touched?
Well, I think the issue of the unity in the caucus is really good. We're working together. I think everybody is being informed, and we have the county at heart. There are people who want to sow this unity in Bassa, and we need to stop. We need to give the caucus a chance to work. We need to support the local government to do carry out their function. We need our citizens to understand that it's not an easy task and that it will take us some time to get things done. So we also ask for the citizens patience and encouragement to us to continue to work for the development of Bassa. We know that Bassa is politically charged. It will be always politically charged. But now it's time for us to work together for the development of our people. And we can wait until the end of 2027. Then we start talking about 2029. For now, the caucus is focused on development. And we want to say that, yes, we work closely with the county officials. We fully support the local government officials. We think that they are doing well. Things will get better. But for now, we are 100% behind the local official and the local government.
Climate banks and below working together now.
Everybody is working together. We have differences. But differences doesn't mean that we can't work together in the interest of the country.
Thank you.
Senator, you recently introduced a bill seeking to establish the vocational training institute in Study district, of which the university students of that district lauded you for the legislative proposal. But again, those students reminded you of an existing law of the Gobley Multilateral High School.
Correct. Which I was a part of.
Good. Which you supported during the time of Honorable Chairperson Brown.
Correct.
So since then, what have you spoken with any of them, and what are you doing concerning that law?
Well, look, we will merge those two institutions. The multilateral, my thinking was that the multilateral thing was for those who were going to the high school. You have to be enrolled in the school to be able to take advantage of that multilateral institution. This institution we're trying to establish for those who didn't even get to high school. It's a training program. So what we're looking at now, we need to merge the two. The institution could be right in the campus of the multilateral high school.
Okay.
Maybe hours in the morning hours, you got people who are registered in the institution. And then in the afternoon, they have classes for those who are not in the high school. So there are similar training programs, but targeting different young groups.
So if my memory can serve me right, that was since 2012-13, and a recent follow-up shows that there are money allocated in the budget for that Gobley Multilateral High. But we are yet to see.
They have not received it.
Good.
They have not received it. I know for a fact that they have not received it. Even the counting money had to basically go to the Ministry of Finance myself with the late my son Emmanuel and the CEO to try to see where the money was stuck, and we were able to get it out for the county. So we look forward to basically carrying out that part of our constituency work to ensure that funds that we put in the budget reaches the county and we get to those institutions that funds are made appropriated for.
Thank you, Senator.